the Neue Schule Demi-Anky Universal.
Here we have the Demi-Anky Universal. Now we have cheek options and we also have the option of the curb, but we always put our cheek pieces into the top ring. Now if we were to have one rein on the middle ring, that would give us a +1, which means that 10% of the force that the rider is putting through the rein is going to travel up through the cheek pieces. If we were to have one rein on the bottom ring, then that would be a +4. So that would mean that 40% of the force that the rider is putting through the rein is going to travel up through the cheek pieces. If we were to attach the curb strap, and the curb strap is always attached in the top ring, and if we only had one rein actually in the bottom ring, that would give us a +2, which would mean that 20% of the force that the rider is putting through the rein is going to travel up through the cheek pieces. So just bear in mind, if you are using your 40% option and you do have a horse that is pulse sensitive, you need to consider a very ergonomically designed headpiece. Now, this 16mm Demi-Anky Universal is very popular for faster work. It's very popular with the short jumpers. And there are several reasons why some horses would actually prefer this and go better in this. For instance, if you have a horse that is very busy in the mouth with a double joint, there's too much play, too much option to play, then that single joint doesn't offer anything like as much playability. The other thing is, unlike bog standard single joints where you have a straight arm, a straight cannon, it doesn't form that acute angle. So, it doesn't squeeze the outer edges of the tongue. So horses are much more comfortable, even if that is the only factor. And then we have quite a proud curvature to the underside of the cannon, and that means that we have more of an equal weight distribution. It doesn't squish the commissures, the corner of the lip in. So if you have a horse that's prone to rubbing in that area, and some horses are very susceptible, it's actually quite a common problem, it really can help. So for show jumping, for faster work in general, you do have the speed control. You do have a lot of help with turning, making those tight turns. And you have a lot of help, to set your bound up if you just want to practice a few movements. Particularly useful if you have a horse that's maybe going to peck after a fence, and use that as an excuse to motor on and gain that little bit of ground. So very, very versatile and very, very popular, the 16mm Demi-Anky Universal.